Alright, hey guys, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, whatever day you're watching this, just so you know how this is how it's going to work out this week. We're going to do this lesson today, and then I think on Thursday, Friday, we're going to take a quiz. I will do a Zoom meeting before the quiz, 10 to 10:30, so you guys can review, you can come in and ask questions if you need to. Otherwise, the quiz is just going to be, it's going to be online, but we're going to see how it goes. So today's lesson is Algebra 1, Lesson 8.3, Quadratics Y2 Forms. So far we've done standard form and vertex form. The question is, why are we doing two forms? Well, what do we know about quadratics and their graphs? So the first thing we know is a parabola. That means it's going to have that U shape. Up if A is positive, down if A is negative. We've done all this before. Do not forget standard form looks like this. To find the axis of symmetry in standard form, you're going to do negative b over 2a. And then to find the vertex, you're going to take that and plug it into the equation to find the y value of the vertex. Vertex form looks like this. A times x minus h squared plus k. Your vertex is hk. Do not forget, if I had like this, my vertex is going to be a positive 3. Positive 3. So just as a reminder, those are all the things that we've done so far. If you do not have a good handle on this, we need to set up a meeting sometime so we can discuss it. But you should have all this stuff, a good understanding of it by now. So why two forms? Well, here's why. Standard form, the pros to it, it's very easy to factor. You can find the axis symmetry pretty easily. You can find the vertex, and it's very easy to find the y-intercept. Vertex form, it's very easy to find the vertex, it's easy to graph, you can find the axis, and it can be changed to standard form. And that's what we're going to talk about today, changing vertex form to standard form. So in the review that I had you guys do on Friday and Monday, you're going to graph these problems. I want to know the axis symmetry, the vertex, and the y-intercept of the function. So the nice thing about standard form, which is what this equation is in, is you can find the axis symmetry and the y-intercept very easily. My axis symmetry is x equals negative b over 2a. Alright, so in this equation, my b is 4. My a is 2. So I'm going to say x equals negative 4 over 2 times 2, which you end up getting negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. So that's your axis of symmetry. Now to find your vertex, what you have to do is you're going to take that and you're going to plug it in to the equation for the x's. So I'm going to say 2 times negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Guys, I can't stress this enough. Watch your signs here. This is going to turn into a positive 1 because negative 1 squared is a positive 1 minus 4 plus 3. So I end up getting a positive 1. So my vertex is negative 1, 1. And lastly, your y-intercept. I kind of mentioned this in the review. Guys, the y-intercept, it's just the last number in standard form. It's really, really easy. So it's 0, 3. Alright? So that's how you would find those three things. I'm going to create another equation. I'm going to pause the video and have you guys solve it. So this one, I want you to find these three things. You're going to submit this to Classroom. So it's going to be y equals 2x squared plus 8x minus 6. So I want you to find the vertex, axis of symmetry, and the y-intercept. I'm going to pause it right there, make you guys answer a question over those three things, and then I'll put the answers in there. But moving on, finding the y-intercept, the axis of symmetry, the vertex, and graph it. So here's the equation they gave us. Notice there is no number at the end. So my a goes with x squared, it's 1. My b is -8. What is my c? If there's nothing there, my c is 0. So your y-intercept is the c number. So my y-intercept is 0, 0. That's the first thing we need to define. Axis of symmetry is x equals -b over 2a. So let's solve that. That's my axis of symmetry. And the last step, your vertex, I'm going to plug the 4 into the equation. So y equals 4 squared minus 8 times 4. So my vertex is 4, -16. You guys have to make sure you're writing your answers like these. So they got to be coordinates for the y-intercept and the vertex. And then for your axis of symmetry, it's going to be x equals 4. And then lastly, I want to know, can we turn vertex form to standard form? The answer is yes. So this is probably the hardest part. I would definitely write down this first example because I'm going to have you guys do this one. So this first example, the first thing you want to do, order of operations, they've got to do exponents first. Now if you remember from factoring, whenever I multiply, this means x minus 4 times x minus 4. So I've got a FOIL here. So when you do this, you get x squared minus 4x minus 4x plus 16. So that green box is going to become that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 2, that's where that was coming from, times what I got in green. I'm going to combine like terms, and I'm going to add my plus 5. From there, I'm going to distribute this 2 to everything. So I'm going to get 2x squared minus 16x plus 32 plus 5. And lastly, I'm going to combine my like terms, 2x squared minus 16x plus 37. Do not forget, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. Are we in that form now? The answer is yes. So that would be converting it from vertex form to standard form. So I want you guys to do this one and submit it to Classroom. So there's 2 problems I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do this one at the top. It's right here, number 2. And I want you to do this one at the bottom, and that's where you're going to submit to Classroom. And then there's a Pearson assignment that's 9 questions. That's your homework. All right, so the things that we've done, do not forget, you can find the y-intercept from standard form very easy. It's just the last number if it's in standard form. All right, you can convert vertex form to standard form to make that possible. Do not forget, you have to do this first and then distribute your -3 to everything. So follow your steps over here. I try to label them in color so you could see them. I will put the answer to this in the video, but I want you guys to do this by yourself and submit it to Classroom. All right? Homework is 8.3 Pearson. If you guys have questions, please contact me and let me know. You can send me a message on Remind. You can email me. You can send me a message on Google Hangouts. Anything you need to do to get a hold of me, and we can set up a time to understand this. Guys, there is a quiz coming up, so please, please, please make sure you do know what's going on. All right? Enjoy the rest of your day.